All right, week 10 is in the books. I'm feeling good. The Jets are sitting at 6-3. Let's take a look at our path to the playoffs.
Jets, 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 Jets!
Welcome to Jets Talk. My name is Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, I'm very excited to be making this video because that means we are not talking about draft position. I'm sick and tired of mock drafts. I want to look towards the playoffs. So I got to thinking, on the bye week, after week 10, let's take a look at the Jets' path to the playoffs and what games on our schedule are the most critical to bring it down to the very end to make sure we get to our playoff goal here. So first up, let's talk about the division leaders in the clubhouse right now. The Chiefs are in the top of the AFC, sorry. Dolphins have not got on a bye. They're on a bye this week, week 11. So if the Jets take care of business, they would actually supplant Miami in this number 2 seed. The Titans are leading the South and the Ravens are leading the North. In terms of wild card, it's a clean sweep for the AFC East. Man, if you had told me the AFC East was going to be the best division in football before the season, I'd be very excited, but I don't think I'd believe you. The Jets, the Bills, and the Patriots are leading the way in terms of wild card, with the Jets holding that top spot with wins both against the Patriots, or not against the Patriots. We lost against the Patriots. We're playing the Patriots after our bye. They are one game behind the Bills, the Jets, and I guess a game and a half behind the Dolphins right now. And then teams that are in the hunt right now, you're looking at the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Colts. So when you're looking at the teams overall across this board, the big ones we kind of got to keep an eye on right now, the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Patriots. Those are the 3 teams that the Jets have losses against right now. So in a head-to-head matchup, which is one of the tiebreakers for the playoffs, the Jets would not match up favorably in those situations. Now, obviously, with the Patriots coming in, or us going to the Patriots after the bye, we have the chance to equalize that. So like I mentioned earlier, if the Jets win that game against the Patriots while Miami is on their bye, we have the head-to-head matchup win against the Dolphins. Same division schedule, division record, whatever. We would own the 2 seed. We would own the 2 seed with just that one win. But we have to look at all our games moving forward in order to really know where the Jets stand. So let's take a look at the situation right here, and let's look at the schedule moving forward. So the Jets have 8 games left. Of those 8 games, the Jets play the Patriots, the Bears, the Vikings, the Bills, the Lions, Jaguars, Seahawks, and round out the season with the Dolphins. Now, I want to break this into 2 specific categories here, because I think it's very important to break this down almost into 2 mini seasons, 2 4-game series, if you will. So it's switching it up just a little bit. I want to look at these 4 games. I think of these 4 games, the Patriots, the Bears, the Lions, and the Jaguars, these are games you have to be able to get 3 out of the 4 games. So you got to win 3 out of 4. Patriots, obviously, that's the equalizer. Got to split with your division if you want to be a playoff team, if you want to be taken seriously. Jets played better than the Patriots last time they played. We just need Zach Wilson to hold up his end of the deal, and I think the Jets are going to come into Foxborough pissed off, and I think we're going to wind up getting a win here. So I do think that one can happen. The Bears, if you had looked at this at the beginning of the season, you'd be saying, cakewalk, don't have to worry about the Bears. Last few weeks, Justin Fields has been going off. Running quarterback, running wild on defenses, has like the most 125-yard games in back-to-back games or something like that. Could be a very tough opponent for the New York Jets. Now, their defense isn't great. They did trade away some of their stars, and the Jets have an opportunity to limit Justin Fields. If you contain him and you prevent him from running, it force him to go against your cornerbacks. You have Sauce, you got Reed, you got Carter, you got your secondary. I don't believe that Justin Fields is going to be able to throw the ball all over the Jets. So you really sell out against the run, and then let your guys go out on an island, trust them to make plays. I think they've earned that respect this time, and I think we could get that win. This one is at home, so you want to try and capture one of these home games here. You got the Lions. The Lions have the worst defense in the NFL. They just beat the Bears. You got to be able to take care of business. If you are a good team, you got to beat the teams you should beat. We round this out with the Jaguars. This is the Thursday night game just before Christmas. This is at home. We're going to be in the All Blacks. Got to capture the win here. Zach Wilson versus Trevor Lawrence. It's not just about the quarterbacks. The whole team's got to take care of business here. And I think the Jets, with Jacksonville coming up to the cold in East Rutherford. I think we stand a chance, especially since we're a very strong running team. Not that the Jaguars aren't. The Jaguars have a strong running game with Travis Etienne, but when you got that thin blood down in Florida, maybe it's a little bit tougher coming up here to the Northeast. So I'm hoping for 3-1 against these 4 teams here. The next circuit of teams you're looking at, I want to go 2-2 against these. This is the Vikings, the Bills, the Seahawks, and the Dolphins. Now, the Vikings obviously just beat the Bills. They're buzzing high right now. Just play them in 3 weeks. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed against Justin Jefferson. This is the matchup that I think Jet fans are looking at this point in the season, because we've seen Stefon Diggs, we've seen Hill and Waddle, granted without Tua, but you're looking at Justin Jefferson. He's clearly the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. How does this defense stack up against him? And can the Jets force Kirk Cousins to make some mistakes? He's a pretty efficient quarterback. Maybe this game gets flexed into prime time with how the Jets are playing right now. Would be kind of nice for us, given Cousins' primetime record schedule. So something to think about there. The Bills. Now, the Bills game is in just a short 4 weeks. And right now, we've seen Josh Allen last week, and we've seen Josh Allen this past week against the Vikings, and something doesn't look right. They were talking about a UCL injury. I think there's probably a chance he's playing through an injury, and he might have to have surgery after the season. Don't know that to be true, but something just doesn't look right. It looks like Josh Allen is kind of, look, he's an elite weapon, but he's I don't want to call him turnover prone, but he's mistake prone. He can win you a game on his back, but he could also, cough up the football, whether it be through fumble or through interception, and he could cost you the game. So this Buffalo game is going to be really important for the New York Jets, and we might be able to squeak out a second one. Sweeping the Bills would be something impressive. Now, I'm not expecting that win. I would think they're going to be pretty mad after losing to us just last week. I think they're going to try and really neutralize that one. So that's going to be a little bit tougher. The Seahawks game, like I said at the beginning of the season with the Bears, the Seahawks were a team you didn't really think you had to worry about. You thought Geno Smith, not a franchise quarterback. He was our quarterback. He's been a perennial backup for the last decade or whatever it is. Well, he's playing lights out. The guy's playing like a top 5 quarterback right now in the league. And that team's believing in themselves. They're feeling themselves. And if it wasn't for the Russell Wilson trade, I'd say the Jamal Adams trade was still the best one going. I think it's still the best one in Jet history, but that Russell Wilson trade for the Seattle Seahawks looks like a game changer. And in the Jets, we were all bragging about how we might have offensive and defensive rookie of the year. Well, don't look so fast, because Seattle had a phenomenal draft, and they might be in the same boat. Tariq Woolen on the defensive side has like 5 interceptions right now. He could be defensive rookie of the year. And on the other side of the ball, Kenneth Walker could be the offensive rookie of the year with Breece Hall now sitting out. So this would be a little frustrating for the Jets if we wind up losing defensive rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, and this game to Seattle. And this one's in Seattle. And the Jets don't historically travel well out west. We did beat the Broncos. Can we take care of business out west against the Seahawks? Going to be very important here. And then you round out your schedule with the Miami Dolphins. I showed that graphic before. The Miami Dolphins are currently the number 2 seed in the NFL. They have some games against some similar matchups as well, but they are buzzing right now. Tua is not the quarterback I thought he was going to be. He is far better than that. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are the best wide receiver tandem the league may have ever seen together. This is fascinating to watch, and you're looking at coaching staffs in the Dolphins and in the Jets that come from the same Shanahan coaching tree. So these two teams are going to be kind of, I don't want to say tied at the hip, but there definitely are a lot of similarities between the two. And obviously some familiar faces as well. And the fact that they're division rivals just adds a whole lot of extra juice to it. Now, we beat the Dolphins last time because we knocked Teddy Bridgewater out of the first game, and we wound up playing their 3rd-string quarterback. This time, I expect Tua to be back. They are going to want revenge on the New York Jets. This is a game that I kind of wish went the opposite direction. I'd rather lost to them earlier in the season to give them a little bit more of a shot later on. Going down into Miami at the end of the season. It's going to be a hostile environment. Are we playing potentially for the AFC East? Could we be playing for a potential bye? Could you imagine the Jets before the season, all the ESPN rankings, they're talking, the Jets are going to be a first overall pick. They're going to be taking a quarterback again, the power rank. Oh, the Jets are terrible. Robert Saleh, what's he doing? The Jets are squarely in this playoff race. Squarely. And it's very interesting to see how this could all play out. And I want to take a look real quick at these division winners right now, wildcard teams, and the teams that are in the hunt. And the reason I say we got to go 3-1 and 2-2 is because I want to get to 5-11. I don't think... Actually, 5-11. We have to get to 11-6. Is that right? 11-6 math. We have to get to 11-6. 10-6 generally was the mark in a 16-game schedule where you could say, okay, we're probably making the playoffs. Very rarely are you a 10-6 team and you're not making the playoffs. With an extra game and looking at the games that the Jets have left and these other teams have left, I think 11 wins is what you're going to need, especially because of that Ravens, Bengals, Patriots losses that the Jets have right now. Those are like 3 not great losses to have on your resume when you're competing with those teams. So really what the Jets are going to need to have happen is we need Baltimore to kind of run away with that division, leave the Bengals a little bit more in the dust. Hopefully with them without Jamar Chase is enough to kind of cause a few more losses for them. If the Jets can beat the Patriots, obviously that takes care of business. And then you're just worrying about the Chargers on the back half of the schedule. And when I'm looking at the Chargers, I'm not seeing an overly great team. Like, phenomenal talent, but I really think the coaching over there has probably left a little bit to be desired for that whole organization. So I think 11-5 is what you're going to need to get to in order to get to that playoff situation. Guys, I want to hear from you. What games do you think are the most important for the Jets to win? Do you think the Jets get to 10 wins? Do you think they get to 11 wins? Do you think they have less? Do you think they have more? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think this is the year we finally make it to the playoffs? Get that monkey off our back. It's been 10 years. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets.
Jets!